So finally, Trump has actually had the Marines apprehend somebody in the insanity or the firestorm that is LA. Now, one thing people need to recognize and understand is that when you bring in large amounts of foreigners, particularly non-white foreigners, they're going to create, you can kind of say, a fifth column in our society. Almost in a way, sleeper cells. Similar to the meme sleeper cells that Charlie Kirk and other retarded, rhino Republicans are trying to push and say Iran's got sleeper cells. More than likely, they're probably paid by Israel to start some kind of stupid false flag. But back on topic. So it's going to cause problems like what we had in LA. And the issue is that these people could basically become a revolutionary force, and that's the problem. We had the first set of protests, quote unquote riots, and then we have these, which have been even more violent. There's more property destroyed. So what do you think is going to happen if they push it even further? This stuff should have been stopped. I would say we should have had the Marines come through or the National Guard come through on Sunday, and it should have been over by Monday at the latest. I would almost call Trump's response a dereliction of duty at that point, because that was ridiculous. LA was on fire. I mean, because Karen Bass and Newsom ain't doing shit. But I digress. So, let's look at some numbers. So, the white population in the U.S. in 1940 was 89.8%, the highest recorded. In 2020, it was 61.6%. Now, imagine with all of the illegals from everywhere, really. I mean, they're literally people from China and Angola and Uganda, literally at the Mexican border, are trying to cross. How many more have been brought in, and how much has the white population decreased? And I would ask people, especially if you're from my cohort, how much better America was in the 90s and 80s when it was more white. I miss those days. America was like America. It wasn't a fucking zoo. And the issue, and I've told the story before, but when I was a kid, outside of our apartment, we started to see or have a bunch of, Latinos. I don't know where they were from, but they were drinking Modelo's, have their music blasting, sometimes late at night. That's not the American experience I grew up with. And so you bring in more third world people, and what? America becomes more like the third world. It's crazy like that. It's insane. But I really did have a feeling that something like this was going to happen. Now the question is, they've been escalating. So what's going to happen next time? Now we have the No Kings protests tomorrow. I don't know if they'll push things further and actually really try to start snatching up territory. Think of Chaz, but on a larger scale and in multiple states and cities. Because, retarded sanctuary city and state mayors and governors are not going to defend America. Trump needs to straight up just shut this nonsense down. Nip it in the bud as quickly as possible. And as always, I tell people to, stay armed, stay ready, and never stop prepping. Just because Donald Trump is president does not mean you stop prepping. Okay? The world is an unpredictable place. Be ready. And if these people really do start getting violent, be ready. Do what you have to do. That's all I'm going to say. So, in conclusion, the deportations need to continue because we need more jobs. We need higher pay. The home prices need to come down. And we need to also end the nonsense with the whole undocumented word games. Come on now. You know what you mean. You mean illegal immigrant, okay? Oh, they will be undocumented. Yeah, I know. But you crossed the border illegally, right? Okay. So they are illegal aliens and they should not be here. And that is a federal offense. I've been Jarrell. Over and out.